Mike Gomez, but I wasn't here for Danny and Freedom Rock, right?
Freedom Rock wasn't here.
Yeah, it was just Danny, myself, and Joe last week.
And Anissa was chiming in from time to time.
Oh. All right. Okay. All right.
Oh, I got the notification.
Oh, first of all, also thank God, man.
Oh, you know why? Because I pushed this all the way in.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There we go. We are live.
Wee going on. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I am so excited. You know why? Because it's another Friday night. It's another special night because the Astra Boys are back live again here on YouTube with the many tens of viewers. I am the KC Waltz, and over here on my left is the original Hooters, and over here on my right is the original T.I. And yes, we did get passed up as far as the talent goes to the late night at the Fog tonight. Guess who's out there now? Little John. They were like, hey, Little John. Yeah. And
first of all, I also want to thank God, man.
You're gonna perform tonight. And he said, okay. So I tried that earlier on Monica, and she did not find that funny. Yeah, no. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do it at the show. So it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit many times.
It definitely hit.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
I think we just got another subscriber.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Up to 12. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you know what? We're gonna label this. Did we already label it tonight?
Oh, we did. Chiefs versus 49ers and other local sports.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's do clickbait. All right. So last time I missed out because I was not here because I thought, hey, I have a simple procedure. Hey guys, I'm gonna be running a little late. Not too bad. I went to the dentist because they're gonna put 2 caps on. Not a big deal. I remember 2 caps.
That sounds like probably a big deal, right?
Yeah. You texted, you're like, that sounds painful. I'm like, man, I'll be in and out. Don't worry about it. Motherfucker. They drilled the shit out of me. They poked the shit out of me. They probed me for some reason, which they shouldn't have. I found out later on. So
they probed you.
Yeah,
it's like,
so
sir,
now,
you could pull your pants back up now.
Did you like wake up? You're like, what's going on? They're like, yeah, what's a probing?
I thought this was happening, and then by the time it was all numb and shit. But no, it was fucked up, man. And
I got him with the ketamine.
Man, and I try to have dinner later on, and I couldn't
eat.
It was no, man.
Did you order the soup?
Yeah, I actually did. It was terrible. And I thought I could make it on time. You fuckers weren't even. Oh, your phone died, but still, you were part of the text message. I was like, hey, man, looks like you guys started late. Hey, maybe I could still swing by and catch it.
You probably could have.
Yeah, you probably should have just swung by.
Well, bro, I text you. I text you. You didn't text back. Like, yeah, man, we just started like 10 minutes ago.
I didn't know you texted me at the time. I was just about to ask if I can get one of those great Bud Lights. So this is great timing.
There you go.
Yes.
Here goes the peddler.
Waltz doesn't need any.
Since
he's got his tin cup over here.
Thank you.
Special guest. Oh, there she goes.
She already left.
All right.
That was my middle daughter, Madison Hootman, bringing me a beer from the upstairs.
Hey, good thing you got the name right.
Middle daughter of 5.
Middle daughter of 4.
All right, you guys want to start out with Chiefs?
The Chiefs.
That is probably the topic.
Hey, Scott Scoot. Go ahead and chime in whenever you want, Scott Scoot. Scott Scooters.
Is Scott on with us?
AKA the anonymous Texas fan. And what's up with Ken? How come he don't ever chime in? Oh, he chimes in on text messages. Oh, he loves Mike Williams. We'll cover that here in a little bit.
Mike Williams. Dude, always with Mike Williams with that guy, dude. Always.
This thing is like, oh, he's 6'4", 214 pounds. That's perfect. I don't care about Mike Williams, bro.
No.
So the Chiefs are going to be playing the San Francisco 49ers, which is another rematch of the past Super Bowl. And Mahomes is the underdog. And as the underdog, he's been the underdog 13 times.
Can I guess what his record is?
You already saw my notes.
I did not see your notes.
I know my notes are kind of ugly.
But I have a guess.
Go ahead.
10-3.
You have one?
11-1.
As an underdog 13 times, he is 10-3. And against the spread, he's 11-1-1.
I saw Joe looking at your paper.
I know
I
he
did
was.
not. I did not look at the paper, but I heard that earlier in the week.
Oh, there you
And
go. I
Andy
believe that.
Reid coming off a bye week. You know he's brilliant coming off a bye
He
week.
does have a good.
He
I don't know what
is-
that record is, but it's pretty good, right?
He is 21-4 off a bye week.
Yeah.
And guess who else is active?
So we're saying that Risky Ray is betting the Chiefs to win, right? He's taking the dog in this.
What
one.
is the spread on it?
It's actually-
they're giving
We're
3.
underdogs, right?
Yeah.
No,
They're giving
the spread I
3.5.
saw, and maybe it was updated today, but I saw that we were 1.5 point favorites.
Oh, because
No.
CEH is
That's a negative.
coming back. Maybe that's why.
Oh, of course.
Minus
Um,
we're 3.5.
All right,
3.5
I'm gonna
dogs.
3.5 dogs. I
Well, you
got it
your
at
phones, pull it out.
1.5.
See what they.
I looked at it today, but it,
You
it
sure
depends
you
on who's
looked at the-
reporting it, I guess.
I mean, I guess.
There's
But
an article on ESPN. It was like a personal article.
All right, what are the
Mm.
keys to victory for the Chiefs? And then we'll switch it on over to we'll play if devil's advocate for the 49ers.
well, I think what the word on the street is that we have to run the ball, pound the ball. That the 49ers defense cannot, and their run defense is awful.
With whom?
Kareem Hunt.
With Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
But you know
who
what?
else?
Okay, so
Hunt
now
is
we're
back,
on
baby.
now we're on the third game with him, right? Is this our third game
This
with
will
him?
be his third game.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
He just came off the sofa, right? So and he looks pretty good, right? He's having a little bit of shoulder problems. He's still looking pretty good. Are we just
When
going
I
to
was
go?
last game, he looked great. And he's over 100 yards, and they have like 20 some carries or something.
Yes.
But we are what in these? Is this the 7th week?
This will be week 7, our 6th game. Yes.
6th game. So he's only played 3. Now, are we careful with him, or do we just go full blast until he says, "Okay, let's start slowing it down a little bit. Let's get Alligator Steel some carries," and then now the
No.
CEH came out.
Full blast with Hunt.
Yeah, it looks like they're going full blast because, and
But you don't want to save him a little bit though.
I mean, we hear what you're saying, but I think they're also looking at the fact that Pacheco's going to be coming back, right? And in the meantime, because we have also lost Rashee Rice, I think, and I said this last podcast, I think they love the fact that when Kareem Hunt's out there running right now, he looks like he's willing to die for this shit right now, right? The way he is
Right.
running.
Yep.
And I think they're picking up on that, and they're like, hey, this is our alpha on the field right now. They need an alpha, right? And that's who Rashee Rice was.
Right.
It used to be Travis Kelce, but we ain't had Travis Kelce up until the last game. He looked awesome.
But if I may, yes, he is
may.
the alpha. Okay, but like I said, he hasn't played in a long time. We shouldn't go full force with him. We still need him for the playoffs and beyond that. So let's be careful with him.
It's not like he's been sitting on his couch doing jack shit, right? I'm sure on some level, right? He's had to be training. I'm sure he's not doing like the regular NFL training, obviously, right? But I feel like he kept himself in shape because he knows at any moment he is going to get a call from some team.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that big of a stretch for him to, it's not like they threw him in right away either, right? He had 1 week to practice with us, if I remember right. And then the
practice
following
squad
week
for 1 week, and then he was active.
and then he played a little bit. And then the following week, because of Carson Still's fumble, we seen a lot of Kareem Hunt, and then I think that solidified him.
No, that was the
to
same
be that
game.
work dog.
When he
You're right.
he
you're
became
right.
active. He shared the ball with Alligator Steel, and then Alligator
that's what I
Steel got
said.
grounded.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Because in the following game, it was he got the ball like what 20 times?
Yeah. So I see how we get excited because he does look pretty good, but we got to remember his age, and we want to conserve that energy and that health, because if something happens, God forbid, on wood, then who do we have?
We got
So
Patrick.
when
We
does-
got Patrick Mahomes.
When does Pacheco come back?
It's still gonna be a while. It's a broken bone, man. Honestly,
it was
I
his
think-
little bone in his bottom.
Yeah, it's
leg,
usually
right?
so. It's always like it can heal anywhere between 6 to
it
8
was
weeks,
just-
right?
yeah.
6 weeks is usually the quickest you're going to come off of that injury, typically, right? 8 weeks is, I think, generally what we see, but we don't know. Every situation is different. If there are a little bit of complications, maybe it goes 9-10 weeks. But I think what we do know for sure is he will be back before the playoffs start. We'd like to see him get at least a few games under his belt, I'm sure, right? Before we get into the playoffs.
So just a quick update. I got Scott Scoop says he can't chime in because he's about to do a dance with his daughter at the high school football game at
Yeah.
halftime.
Well, I guess that's better than him saying that he can't chime in because he can't hear us.
Last time he
least we
did
know
that,
it's
he
working.
still chimed in.
I
So
would-
don't
that is
fool
very
anybody,
true.
Scott Scoop. You ain't fooling nobody, bro. I think
would
you
like
got
to
caught. You got caught by your wife, and she was like,
Nah.
"Scott, put that phone down and watch your daughter dance out there." I am.
She's probably like, who is Scott Scoop? Why do you have an alias named Scott
Yeah,
Scoop?
yeah.
Who are you talking? Never mind. Never mind.
It's not Raymond. It's not Raymond. Raymond, is that you?
Oh,
No,
that's
it's not
funny.
Raymond. I'm quoting the movie. Yeah,
I know where-
White
know
men
where-
can jump.
I know what T.I. was about to say, and I'm glad he stopped.
Oh, man, now
yeah.
that we're live, I'm
Yeah.
glad you could.
But
keep
we
yourself
were
tabbed.
but Chiefs Kingdom, right, man? It's been a wild season. Where unbelievably we've lost our best receiver, right? He was balling out. We lost him, gone. We lost our starting running back, Isaiah Pacheco, gone. Travis Kelce is off to his slowest start since the Mahomes era, right? And Patrick Mahomes has thrown 6 interceptions, but yet we're sitting at 5-0, about to take on the 3-3 49ers. So I think we should get back to the game, right? The upcoming game. We were talking about what are the keys to winning. I know. I think Joe shared some stuff. I think
don't
you
think he
said.
did.
Oh, maybe he
I
did.
I
You did. He did. You have to watch it back.
Oh yeah. Running game.
The running game, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But it sounded like you said somebody was getting reactivated.
CEH.
Oh, CEH. Oh,
Yeah. So
Okay,
he
okay.
was battling the.
Is he going to be on the active roster?
No, he is active. Yeah.
He's going to be actively watching. I don't think he's going to get any
because
snaps.
I know they cleared him for like the 21 day, whatever, blah blah blah.
From what I understood, he's on
He's
the
active?
active roster.
Okay.
So he will be in uniform
in case
on the
somebody gets hurt.
sideline, but you still have P. Ryan, you have Alligator
I would
Steele,
like
and you have
for whoever the 2 people that are watching right now, like, can you Google something and see if he's on the active roster? Can we get a comment
There you
on
go.
that?
For you 2 that are watching,
little
no
fun fact
need
check.
because
Hey, and you can hit the like button while you're there.
Yeah.
It's just one
Because-
click.
when KC Walt says something, it is good as gold or Bitcoin. It is good
Ooh,
as Bitcoin.
As good as Bitcoin?
Yes,
Okay.
during the turmoil times.
Yeah. So one thing I'll say that when I've been watching the 49ers this year, the only thing that really makes me a little nervous about them is Brock Purdy's ability to kind of come back and win a game, right? When they're down. He's done it a few times this year. He hasn't had his talent around him, right? He doesn't have McCaffrey. Ayuk's not been himself.
He doesn't have McCaffrey. That's a big one.
That's a big
That's a
one.
big
That's a big
one.
one. Right.
And is there
But he
backup?
has-
Is there backup running back? He was hurt.
He's actually.
He was hurt this past game. I forget his damn name, bro. Like I know. Yeah, you have to look that one up. But I think a big matchup to actually look at is they got a guy. It's going to be the matchup on defense with Chris Jones. They have a guy named Dominic Pooney, right, offensive lineman. He's a rookie, and he's been, from what I've seen and what I'm hearing, he's easily a top 10 defender he's a top 10 lineman this year. So I think him and that Chris Jones matchup will be very key. 49ers in the last 2 matchups had a big problem stopping Chris Jones. So that's somebody that I think we'll want to look at that matchup. So
Fuckin is chiming in. He didn't say nothing else other than Jordan Mason. So that's the other running
that's
back.
the other running
So
back.
he is actually having a pretty good primetime season ever since McCaffrey went out.
You didn't say what Casey fucking his first comment.
No, he didn't say anything else. That was it. Just Jordan Mason.
No,
he didn't say
no.
anything else
So
after
I
that.
know the camera adds 10 pounds, but damn, how many cameras are on Casey Waltz?
Oh, it's really zoomed in.
No, I didn't see that. No, that's a cruel joke. Cruel joke, Joe.
Fucking, I think that's a pretty good one, buddy. I mean, that's one of his dad jokes. That's his specialty, right?
Okay. That dude never
It
chimes
is.
in, ain't even text messages. All of a sudden, he wants to fucking start be active on our show here. Go away,
He has
you
been,
fucking.
he has been kind of disappeared here lately, huh?
Yeah, he has.
Come back, Ken. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Nah, fuck that.
Hold on. This is a safe place.
No.
This is a safe place.
I think he's going to
Safe circle.
safe
circle.
I think he's been out to Keaton, a lot of Keaton's football games. I think
Yeah.
that's the deal.
King size Keaton playing out there
That's-
in Morningside,
that's-
Iowa.
That's one big ass kid, man. That dude's a monster.
So
imagine how much money it costs to feed him. Ken, chime in.
I already said Iowa.
He said
So
Iowa, babe.
I-
he's going to say something about how much it costs to feed him. He's
I
going,
figured.
So guys, San Francisco, all they're missing is McCaffrey. They have everybody back.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
have Kittle. They have
right.
Samuel.
They have Ayuk.
Debo,
they have
yeah.
Debo. They have all the prime wide receivers. So that's the matchup you're going to be looking for. The secondary against what kind of defensive plan are we looking at? No. So the Chiefs have stopped every runner, every running back we've come across, and we'll do it again. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Jordan Mason. What I'm worried about is our secondary comparing to the wide receivers and George Kittle. Brock Purdy, he doesn't worry me too much because once we got in his ass and during the Super Bowl, he got pretty nervous after a while. I know where we get off to a slow start the first quarter, maybe even to the second quarter. And by the way, Patrick Mahomes is on pace for the most interceptions in one season for himself.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll just
the first week, did he have one interception or two interceptions, whatever it was?
man, I have him on 2 out of the 3.
I feel like he had 3 interceptions in the
fantasy
first 2
leagues.
weeks. I think he had 3
After
interceptions
the
in the first 2
first
I
weeks.
feel like he had 8.
No, after the first game, I remember we made the joke. I made the joke. Oh, he leads the league in interceptions because they played on Thursday, and that's the only.
Oh yeah.
I made that joke, but now it's just like, dude, what are you?
It's a fact.
What are you doing? Well, I mean, he's forcing the ball. I mean,
But
he always forces the ball.
it goes back to
that's
that
kind of his deal.
Yeah, it goes back to that point with the season we've had. It's been up and down. I still find that it's amazing that we're still at 5-0, and even with the injuries, I feel like this is the team we have the best chance with.
Ooh,
No, it's definitely better.
I do.
For
I
some
do.
reason, our team is definitely better than it was last year. I agree, but we did lose our top 2 players, but still, we're still better. I think on paper
Top
than
two
we was.
receivers is what you meant, right?
No. 1 receiver and 1 running back.
I mean,
Players.
okay, we lost our top 2 receivers and our top running back. That's a big.
That's
hit.
a big. That's big.
Did
big,
we
big.
really actually have Wally Wood Brown? Think about it. Did we
Well,
actually
but
really
he was
have him?
Somebody,
but he was-
somebody
that
we were
was-
gonna have.
Yeah.
Was he our top receiver?
Okay.
He,
He-
never
he
proved
was-
anything yet.
He had him, but he was going to be either number 1 or 2.
He was. How do you know? How do you know? Did we fix his fucking leg and go back in the pass and see what he did? I don't know. I'm not considering him shit because he never played.
All right. Good call. Good call.
Thank you, Tia.
I don't know. I don't call that a good call.
You know what?
I mean, I understand what Casey Waltz is saying. He's basically
do
saying
understand.
that's not a player we miss.
He didn't prove anything
Right,
yet
I
because he
understand,
didn't
right.
get a chance to play. That's not his
So-
fault. It's not anybody's fault. I see what you're saying. I get that. He was supposed
But
to
what
be
Joe's saying
number
is
1 or
like,
number 2.
damn, like how much better would we have been
with
had
him.
we had that guy and still had Rice? But damn, like look where we're still at without those guys, without our star running back. So
Be easy with the ice.
Got
buddy.
enough ice there, buddy?
Easy with the ice.
hope
Yeah,
you
I
washed
like
your
the
hope
ice
you
it up.
washed your hands before you did that.
High five. I know you don't.
Ooh.
Yep.
I don't know.
Zone. Did you
that
guys
was just
disinfect
that
this
was
shit?
just that was just mean and cruel. You just made the show awkward.
Did you disinfect my area since that sorry ass no luck not Willie Wishes Risky Ray was sitting in my
It was Danny Flores.
Danny Flores last
Oh.
week.
I missed out on Risky Ray too though.
He was
Yeah,
not- no,
a
he was-
couple weeks before that. A few weeks before that.
Where
Whenever
was
it
I
was.
at for that one?
I don't know.
Why did you miss? Oh, that was when you was like in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, you was at a Vegas conference, and then last week you
Oh.
just stood us up.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't even tell us until it was like showtime.
Yeah, I missed Danny. I wasn't even sure he was in town because supposedly on Facebook he tagged himself as safe. Well, fuck, no shit. You're in Kansas City.
Yeah, well, that's
Fucker.
why
Yeah.
he was safe.
I didn't know you could do that on Facebook. A lot of people were tagging themselves from Florida that they were safe. I'm like, okay, great. And I saw Danny do it. I'm like, well, what? How did you fly over here so fast? So my prediction for this Sunday is it's always been close, not very high scoring game. So I'm going to keep it in the 20s, and then we'll win by 3. We'll win by a field goal. We'll just keep it simple.
Are you going to say 25-22?
Man, that sounds stupid. Who scores 25 other than a missed point after?
Does that score not ring a bell?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So much for me being a Chiefs fan. So yeah, sure. Let's do, you know what? Let's do 24-21.
All right, Waltz has got 24-21. I'm actually going to go a little bit different with this game. I think the Chiefs are going to surprise everyone. It's going to be something like 34-21. I'm going to go with 34-21. We're going to see another big game.
Are we going to finally
Travis
be like,
Kelce.
okay, like in the second quarter, like, all right, we got this game. Third quarter, we're like, woo.
So
what a
let's see
blowout.
if this comes to. So big game out of Travis Kelce, at least 80 yards and 2 touchdowns from Kareem Hunt. We'll
And we want to hear from
out.
our viewers right now. You let us know what your account is for this Sunday.
So, man, I think we get 31-27.
All right, so we got a 4-point spread, a 3-point spread, and then I had what,
Man,
13
I
point
think
spread.
It's gonna be close. I mean, if it's a high scoring, low scoring, this game's not gonna be a blowout.
Yeah.
One way or
Remember,
another.
I said that about the game our last game against the Saints.
Oh, look at there. There's Danny Flores right now saying the score is gonna be 23-22.
Nail biter.
Yeah.
How is that possible, Danny? How is that possible if somebody gets 22 points? Huh? How many safeties are they going to get, Daniel?
You're pretty fired up about the scores, huh?
Yeah.
You're pretty.
It gets me all riled up.
I see.
Hey, are you still in town? Let's do some.
Maybe there's going to be a missed extra point.
Yeah, we're free after the show. Come on over, Danny Flores.
How's your mama doing? All right. So let's play the devil's advocate. So if I'm the coach of San Francisco 49ers, oh, hey, all right, until Friday. Okay, cool. Well, no, I'm busy all week. So I think I am going to have to, I don't want Patrick Mahomes running out of the pocket. So let's keep him contained in the pocket. Okay. And then the running game, I wouldn't be worried about it too much. How is their defense? San Francisco defense?
Not good.
Right? I thought they lost somebody.
They had some key injuries this year, and
I
they're
don't
just
know
not
about
gelling like they were.
I know the run defense. They've talked on the radio all week about the teams that beat them, just kind of like pounded the run on them.
Yeah. Hey, we got the guys to do it, man. It's Still's not gonna. I don't see Still being a fumble. Fumbles being his issue. I think that was a one-off. So
I don't know.
Or a 2-off.
I don't know.
Was there a 2?
Yeah, there's been 2.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
If he has one more, he's not seeing the field.
I want to
agree
see
with that.
I want to
If he
see
has
how
one
he
more.
carries from here on out. And if I still see the same way, nobody fixed it. And it's not his fault. It's the coaching's fault because they didn't fix it for him.
So I see you have your belt back there, Tony. Put it back up there.
Yes.
Is that
yes.
because like this is the last season you're gonna have it?
No, not necessarily. I mean, it's been there for what, the last 3 years now. This is like
okay, but what's your record now?
I don't know. I think I've won a couple of games. So, but I am I am possibly getting a bye this week. Maybe I get to play Daniel, who hasn't won any games this year.
Well, I wish I could have played. I wish I could have played Casey Waltz. I play him this week. I wish I could have played him last week.
Yeah,
when his entire team was on bye. And
yeah, this is why I don't like this league.
He only scored like 60 points, like the lowest point total ever.
I cracked 100, and I still.
Did you finally get done?
No, yeah, I still made it interesting, even though I had 3 players that were not playing. You know what? I couldn't sub them because this stupid league won't allow you to have any kind of last minute subs. So I'm gonna declare it now.
No. That's your fault.
Yes.
How is that my fault?
That's bad planning.
Hold on.
No. You knew
No.
the Chiefs were on bye.
No,
That's not. I didn't have any Chiefs
I'm
players
about-
playing.
I'm about
Dumbass.
to blow,
You knew they
look,
were on bye.
I'm about to blow this out of the water.
I didn't have any Chiefs players playing. They were all on the fucking bench. I had other players plugged in. Now, a lot of them were, no, not a lot of them. One was questionable all the way until game time, and he was out. 2 of them I had subs, and then they were both out just out of nowhere. So I had 3 of them that couldn't play. How come I can't go at the last minute to try to help plug somebody in?
So this is why it's your fault, and I got the receipts to prove it. You texted me.
Receipts.
This was on
Period.
Thursday. Hold on. On Thursday, he sent that text. Why can't I sub some?
Right.
So you had. Hold on.
I wanted somebody on Thursday night.
So, but you had Friday. You had Saturday.
I did.
Okay. Then what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying to tell you, they were all plugged in for the weekend.
Okay.
I wanted somebody.
You wanted Darnell Mooney.
I wanted somebody that night.
You wanted Darnell
Everybody
Mooney?
was already ready for the weekend.
I like your Bub Means pickup.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, but who did you want? I am curious. It was Darnell
I don't
Mooney.
even fucking remember
It
now.
had to be Darnell Mooney because I was trying to pick up Darnell Mooney too, and I was like,
So,
"Fuck, I can't get him right yet."
So Tony, you played Danny Flores.
Yeah, I get Daniel.
He says
it's a crucial game for both of us.
he said he's gonna win or he'll eat his shoe.
Dude, you better get. hey, You don't even have to eat the shoe, but do a shoey, right? The shoey, you just take a beer. You can do it on the podcast.
That's fucking
right?
gross.
You take the beer,
That's
you take the
fucking
beer,
gross.
you pour it in the shoe.
Eat the shoe,
and
dude.
No.
you
Go
drink
ahead
it.
and eat the shoe.
Even
man.
though I'm not going to drink it, I that's gross. I would I would
yeah,
highly
that's-
recommend to not
I would
do it in
never
front
do
of
a
me.
shoey. They do that shit in the UFC.
That's
yo.
fucking gross.
They
No,
do
they
it-
do
they
that
do
shit in
it.
tailgating.
There's a guy named Tua Avasa
Jason
that made it
Kelsey
popular.
does it a lot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking
But
gross.
it all got
Jason Kelsey,
started. But
tailgating.
But the guy in the UFC started it all. His name's Tua Avasa. And here's what's sick about it. So when he wins his fights, he gets up on the cage, someone gives him a beer, and he asks somebody in the crowd, anybody, for a fucking shoe. Random stranger shoe. Sure, I'll fucking drink.
Ew. See,
Yeah.
Now, what if you have fungus like Daniel does? So Daniel says, "Joke's on you." I have
Hey.
a fet footish.
Well,
I don't
he's
know
the-
what a fet is.
Well,
I think it's a
he's
type
the
of
one.
cheese.
That's not a joke on me. He's the one fucking with the shoes. So.
I think it's a type of cheese, a fet.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a
So,
little sketch.
in order to beat the Chiefs at they're playing their own home stadium, so I would look at the matchup between our secondary and their high-powered wide receiver offense.
So I think we have. I think we have pretty solid. Obviously McDuffie is excellent, probably one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah, he's been in a. I've always liked him, but
Who's
he's
on the
been
other side?
really stepping up.
Is it Watson? Is that it?
The other Watson.
Watson. What's his name?
See, exactly.
Don't be quizzing us during a live show, Walls. Making us look dumb.
But it's actually good not to know his name because we don't talk about him. If we don't talk about him, then that means he's doing
Yep.
good. No news is good news.
But our secondary is pretty solid, so I think we'll do well with shutting them down. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we all gave
Now
our
our
predictions. I
defense-
didn't see Kenneth's predictions. I didn't see there was five
We did
people
see
watching.
Daniel's.
I didn't see anybody else predictions. So that's right. You can chime in whenever you want because we're gonna transition over to other subjects. But if you chime in and let me know what your predictions are, we'll broadcast that and then we'll see how wrong you are come this weekend.
Well, and we love being wrong on this show, right?
That's one of our staples.
Well, that's YouTube. 2 out of 3.
That is our
2 out of 3 is
staple,
not
yeah.
bad. I'm always right.
It's our
So
calling
Oh,
card.
see, Ken, Ken said Watson is the other corner. I was right. Thank you, Ken, for the confirmation.
well,
What's his first name?
Jalen, is it Jalen Watson?
I think you're right, actually. Good for
Jalen-
you, actually, because that does sound familiar.
Juden Jamadama?
Jalen Watson.
He's no longer gonna play.
I was trying to think the Watson from Coming to America. What is he? Randy
Oh,
Watson.
I know what we should talk
Jackson
about,
Heights'
right?
very own Mr. Randy Watson.
Yeah.
I always say that every time the wide receiver Watson catches a ball.
So we've been seeing a lot of action on the free agent market, right? With some wide receivers out
Yeah,
there.
let's go over to free
Oh,
agency. We're talking about wide receivers. We're not talking about anybody else. We're talking about wide receivers.
And
So
why have the
my
Chiefs-
boy Amari Cooper was picked up. Why did we sleep on it? Or did they actually look? I mean, was the option there, but he just didn't want to come here? I mean, we can't always blame our front office for something that we didn't pick up.
Well, I think what I've kind of heard that the Chiefs were in on it. So the Bills gave a 3rd round pick, right? And if their 3rd round pick is better than our 3rd round pick, right?
Okay.
So I think that was was
Right.
kind of it. And
Oh, he was in the running. Okay.
well, I think we were in the talks, but
That was my favorite.
and they wanted to, since our 3rd round pick was a little bit further back, they
And because
wanted,
it was Cleveland, it was possible, right?
yeah,
that
so
it
they
might
wanted
happen.
like a 5th round pick.
But as
too.
far as a veteran, good hands, still can get off the line, not like some
Don't
of
say
our.
the,
huh?
Oh, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Amari Cooper. That was my
Yes.
favorite. Now that he's gone, then we were looking at not even Devontae Adams. There's no way nobody
Yeah.
can
No,
afford.
I mean,
we
that would have
can-
been awesome. That
Yeah.
would have been awesome, but that
Yeah.
wasn't happening.
We'll get to Deontay Johnson here a little bit, Daniel. So then who
Yeah.
else came off the board? Who else came off the board that we could have snagged up, but not a big deal? Was that it? Was just
That
those
was
two?
really
I think
the-
it was
that
Adam
was-
and Cooper.
Those
Yeah.
were the two that we wanted. Well,
Right,
we
right,
knew we
right.
weren't going to get Adams, but I think the one that upset us was Cooper,
Cooper.
right?
We
We
thought that
felt
was-
like he
that
was in
was-
play.
Yes. We thought
Yes.
that was legitimate. But the Deontay Johnson that Dan Flores is talking about,
We're still looking at him.
I think that'd be a good move.
It
I would-
could, right? Because that's actually somebody that wouldn't just be a stopgap, right? Those other guys,
Right.
I think they would have been here 1 year and probably gone.
I
But-
don't know what he makes. I don't know what his contract is.
Well, Deontay Johnson, I think because he's, I believe he's coming up on his contract, right?
He's already on his second team.
He's already, yeah. But You guys have to fact check me, but I feel like he was coming up on a contract, and we might be able to get him at a decent price. But that's somebody that we could potentially hold on to and develop over the next few years. You know,
So
in our offense.
This is what I hear so far about Deontay Johnson. He's kind of a prima donna, and he's already on his second team. Not because he's not good. He's a really great athlete. He's just not a locker room kind of guy. Now, but if it comes to the Chiefs, I mean, we're talking about veterans, Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes, people that don't take that shit.
Winners.
And trying to win a Super Bowl.
Winners.
Right.
Yeah.
So he would come in humble. He's coming from sorry ass teams.
Where he's the star.
Yeah. Ken said signed 2-year, $37 million with Steelers, then traded to the Panthers. Okay. So yeah, so that's right.
That's a pretty big contract.
Yeah, probably more than we want to pay.
Yeah.
So I know some other names that are out there, not as popular.
But that's
as
what the
latter.
Steelers though, when he was traded to the Panthers.
Yeah.
So then
So
what would we able to
I'm waiting for
what's
Fuck
left?
Ken, for Fuck Ken to
Oh,
mention.
yeah,
his,
we're waiting for him.
Oh,
Come on, buddy.
Fuck Ken.
So then
Who
there
would
we
you
go.
like us to
Fuck
sign?
Ken, I
So,
know,
with that
I
being
know.
said,
I know
$10
you
million
want.
cap.
Hit.
Okay, hit. So with that being said, there's no others out there, right, Ken? There's nobody else out there. So we're just gonna move on with McCole Hardman. He's injured, and
Sky Moore.
there's MVS.
Yeah.
MVS.
So,
Yes,
here's-
sir. They're talking about MVS or
Bring the band back together.
D-Rob. I'm like,
so
no.
I'm gonna answer
no.
that. Honestly, what I think is gonna happen, what probably gonna happen is we're gonna get both of them. We're gonna get MVS back and we're gonna get D-Rob back. For me personally, I've always liked D-Rob. I
Who's
mean,
D-Rob?
DeMarcus Robinson.
Nope.
So I've always
There it
liked DeMarcus Robinson. I truly have. So I honestly could see us doing DeMarcus Robinson.
No.
I will say this: I was looking online on his story, and there's a lot of people in the comments that are wanting
Nah,
D-Rob.
No.
No, so
No.
fuck
No
Ken.
MVS. No
Just-
D-Rob. Yeah. So possibly all of a sudden, look who looks handsome. Look who looks sexy now. None other than Mike Williams.
Does he though?
I would take him over MVS and freaking D-Rob
Oh,
Yes.
for
But,
sure.
but what's
Yeah.
the matter? What's the matter with the other two that we put on the practice squad? The other two wide receivers that were doing really well.
Nico Ramil or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
Remigio.
Well,
Yeah.
They're on the practice squad. We're trying to get guys that are bona fide starters.
absolutely. good.
Well, that's
Great
true
point.
because they're in the
Great
practice
point,
squad for a reason.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Justin
man.
Ross.
like, we want to get somebody on there
Come
that's behind Sky Moore.
Come on, man.
Is Justin
McCall Hardman?
Yeah.
Justin
You
Ross
know what
already
I'm saying?
had his chance, fucking. He already had his chance.
Is
Justin
Justin-
Ross was out there many plays and he did.
Is he
He
on the-
must have struggled with the playbook or
he
something
on
because
the-
I don't understand why he didn't get more chances.
Is he on the practice squad?
I don't know.
I think he is.
honestly.
Actually, I think he is.
Isn't
Yeah, he is.
Jordy Fortson?
We need some help out there
Activated?
from our
Yeah.
viewers. with
Jordan
some of
Force
these
got
facts.
activated that last game. He didn't show up, right? He didn't play.
He
I
had
don't know.
I felt like he had a catch. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, he had one catch. I
He
believe
might-
he had a catch. He had a catch.
Get him some receiver looks.
He's
Yeah.
that big, tall tight end we had, right?
Yeah.
We had it one. I remember I actually liked him, and people's like, "Nah, fuck Jody Foster."
Well, he was like kind of
because he did drop a few balls. He was. He looked like
then
a
he like
potential
tore his
star.
ACL.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
And then he dropped some crucial passes, and everyone was like, "Fuck him."
So-
Not me. Not me. Not me.
Speaking of dropping crucial passes, keep on dropping. So what's up with Sky Moore, man? So the last time he dropped a pass,
I don't know why this dude's on our
and
team
then
anymore.
on the kickoff,
Why is
he
this dude on our
he
team?
dropped it again, but he picked it up and
I'm
ran.
sure he's a nice guy.
But he
But-
already told the coaches a long time ago, I am not very good on punt returns or kickoff returns. I can't find the ball. He already admitted to that. One for two. The last time he was out there and threw a perfect pass to him, he dropped the fucking ball. Rumors. These are
And that
rumors.
was a big one too.
I heard that Brett Veach slammed the shit out of the fucking table, got up and walked off when Sky Moore did that shit. Now, are we going to
But-
see him anymore?
He took a big play
If that's a
away.
rumor, then why is he still on the team?
He's still on team because he's still on team. Doesn't mean he's going to play.
But I do believe that if we pick up a receiver, he's the one that's being cut, right? If we brought like just say, okay, we make a move for Mike Williams.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
He has
You
to be the one
have to.
cut.
We're
He's
done
the
with
one
this
cut.
Sky Moore fake ass Tyreek Hill. The reason why he got picked up, remember that? Because we thought Tyreek Hill was going to be arrested and shit from all that child abuse or whatever accusations that we had. This is why we picked up a Sky Moore, because we thought he was an equivalent of Tyreek Hill. Wasn't that him, or was that McCole Hardman?
That was McCole.
Yeah.
Okay.
McCole.
Okay. So Sky Moore was just another Swiss knife option for us because he was fast.
I think they just like this name. That's a cool name. We can market that.
Sky
Moore.
Yeah, because he didn't play at a big college. He played like at Central Michigan or something. I
Yeah,
don't know,
I think the
man.
name kind of tricked them a little bit. It's like, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
He's caught a few balls.
All right, man. Anything else to cover on the Chiefs?
Man, what I want to say about the Chiefs? Man, there was
The last thing I'll say about the Chiefs, I just want Patrick Mahomes to be careful this week, because I do believe if my prediction doesn't come true, it's obviously going to be a close game, right? And if it is a close game, I kind of feel like Patrick's going to be willing to take some extra chances. Because here's the thing that I don't know we've ever talked about this, but I could tell with Patrick, he wants to have a perfect season, right? You ever notice, like when we lose our first game of the season, it bothers the shit out of him, and he said it before. He wants to have a perfect season.
Yeah,
so
well, he's definitely like he's stockpiling.
right. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. He
All
don't
the
have
athletes.
he
He
don't have as
loves
many
athletes.
playmakers right now, which means is I think he's going to be willing to take more chances this game because he wants to keep that O.
But
Watching
you know, one thing that we have never heard Patrick Mahomes do, which a lot of quarterbacks do, whine about I need playmakers
Anything.
here. Like
Anything.
because like
no,
Aaron
he's
Rodgers-
always been classy.
like
He's always
other
been
quarterbacks
classy.
will whine about, I don't, I need a playmaker here. I want,
Fuck
no.
Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Mahomes has never whined about who he has here
Next man
or
up.
whatever. Yeah, man, he's out there. He's gonna make his team better no matter who is on the field. But are we done with the Chiefs? So have a good.
So
Okay,
just real quick.
no.
so
I have a
I-
good transition when we're done.
I just want to ask: is the reason why Patrick Mahomes is struggling with the whole interceptions, and he's getting out of pocket a lot? Is he being pressured because of our offensive line? Have we our edge?
Jawan
offensive line-
Taylor's still a problem.
Yes, that's where I wanted to get at. Is there a problem there where he just has no confidence and he's getting out of the pocket early and he's just making dumb decisions?
Yes, I mean, obviously it's in the back of his mind, right?
I think another part of it though is like we've been dinking and dunking for a while, right? That's kind of become his game, unfortunately. But this year, I feel like maybe it's just as simple as he's just trying to reestablish the long ball, and so he's taking.
He loves the long ball. He
and,
loves
and,
it.
and he's forcing it this year, whereas he wasn't forcing it in the past, right? But I think they just want to get that part of the game back.
So Danny Flores has a great question. I like it. He asked, does a perfect season and a three-peat, because we do a perfect season and a three-peat in the same year, that's
Yeah.
like man,
I'll say this.
that's
Yeah.
everything. That's the best thing could ever happen in the NFL. But does that move him past Brady?
100%, 100%, right?
Yes.
Because he does two things that has never happened in the history of the NFL. And I'll even go further, and some people are going to disagree with me, and I said this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. If the Chiefs win the first three-peat in the history of the NFL, then Patrick Mahomes will be able to claim to be the GOAT. Not everyone's going to agree, but I think what you're going to see is a 60-40 split. There will be more people saying that he is the GOAT. And the reason is, and we talked about this, sure, you win it 2 years in a row, but you always have people coming for your neck every single year because you were the team to beat, right? So that they do it 3 years in a row where every team's giving them their best. Brady has never been through a gauntlet like that. So if Mahomes could make it through this gauntlet and come out on top, I crown him the king. What say you, Waltz?
So now Brady would never leave. I get that. There's the asterisk over him, in my opinion. All right, there's an asterisk over him and his career as far as being a little controversial, but he was good at his game. Now, if Patrick Mahomes does this at the age that he is, and he still has plenty of time ahead of him, of course, this would move him way past Brady. Brady would just be a past memory. Like, I remember him. He was great. But this Patrick Mahomes kid, man, he's still just kicking ass and still great. Yes, he would move past Brady.
If they do those two things, I feel like he moves to the #1 NFL player ever.
Yeah. Yeah,
ever.
he would. I
Like
it just,
no debate. There's no more debate.
it would be hard to ever top that again.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
no,
like how would you top that?
You're right.
We've been what? We're what? 53. How many seasons in? 54
Like a
seasons
whole bunch.
in?
Like a whole bunch of
like
them.
a whole lot of seasons. Shit. Exactly.
A lot.
Do you remember how to tell you probably doesn't remember? But we were at IHOP one time in the middle of the night, early morning.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. And,
Yeah, I remember.
the lady at Tony just wanted some eggs. Ti wanted some eggs. And she was like, "How many?" He's like, "Just a whole bunch."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we must have came from the club.
Yeah, we did. That was
Do you
back
remember
then.
that?
The good old
Just-
American,
just fill the plate up.
good old American pub years, and then
Yeah.
we went to IHOP there on Shawnee Mission Parkway.
And she even asked, like, "Well, how much is that, sir?" Just a whole bunch.
If
Just a
that-
whole bunch.
If that gives you,
She's like, I'll start you with 3.
if that gives you any inkling how old we are, I said America's Pub, no longer there. I said IHOP on Shawnee Mission Parkway, no longer there. And we went there, have breakfast, and then the lady was like, "Well, how many eggs do you want?" Just a whole bunch, just a whole bunch.
A bunch.
So I looked at the lady, and I was like, "Just give him 4. Just give him 4."
Because he would
Sir,
not,
you have to get 3 or 2.
he would not come
3.
off that.
Nope.
A bunch.
Any other
He
proteins?
wanted a
Nope.
bunch. He just wanted a
Anything
bunch,
else, sir?
man.
Any toast? You got
Oh,
Texas toast? And that's a whole nother story.
Oh, man.
All right,
That's a
you
good-
ready for the transition
times, man.
there, Joseph?
Yes. So, my transition.
To
Well, hold on. It's going to be kind of leaving the Chiefs, going into KU. But here's the question I have: who is going to coach longer, Andy Reid or Bill Self?
Bill Self.
So I say that too, but Bill Self just had heart issues last year.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But you know what? How long is Patrick Mahomes going to play?
So he's what, 28 now?
Yeah.
So at least another 10 years for sure, right?
So I could see a world if Andy Reid is capable of wanting to ride it out with Patrick Mahomes. But that would be tough for him to get 10 more years, I think.
Yeah, and Andy Reid, I mean, he's a big guy.
Yeah, and
He's a
that's
big
another
guy.
consideration, right? I put him at least 3 or 4 more years here in
Oh,
Kansas.
yeah, yeah.
Easy,
I mean,
easy.
I think Andy Reid will coach until he can't. Like he physically can't
Yeah.
no more. Like he's like, there's too many health issues
Right.
and stuff's going. He's going to coach all the way to the end.
You know, I will say to your point, because I've been thinking about what you said about Bill Self. I want to go with Andy Reid because I could see Bill Self, honestly, probably in the next 3 years getting out of KU. Only because now, if he goes these 3 years, there's no instances whatsoever, right? But he's going in for doctor checkups and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And as he's
Yeah.
progressing, they're probably going to be trying to get him away from there. So I'm going to go with Andy Reid because I think his job for Bill Self is more stressful.
now, I just want to say that Bill Self is a personal friend of mine.
Oh man, I thought you was about to
And,
do the impersonation. I was like, oh fuck,
And
dude.
Andy Reid is a personal friend of mine.
Don't fucking remind him.
So I would just say that they would get together and have a drink and retire together.
Oh, they're gonna do.
So I would think,
Is that-
okay,
is that
so
Bieniemy?
Bill Self,
Is
huh?
that the enemy? Are you doing the enemy right now?
Oh no, because I would have finished with the at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
At the end of
At
the
the end
day.
of the day, no, I was trying to do Stephen A. Personal friend of mine.
Oh, yeah. That
he
is
does
yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah. He's a name dropper.
Personal friend of mine. So I would say, so who eats shitty? They both do, because you got the mac and cheese Bill Self over here,
At the
and
Salty Iguana?
he loves the salty iguana too. No, the mac and cheese place is that
Oh,
brewery,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
that you know.
yeah,
And then you
yeah.
get Andy Reid, famous for his loving of cheeseburgers. So they're going to come together and they're going to retire together and they're going to go off to the sunset. We'll all cry and look forward to the next 10 crappy years of searching for better coaches.
Man, so
Mm.
I know that Tony said Bill Self real quick, and then the heart thing. Okay, I still think it's Bill Self. I think it's Bill Self.
You think he'll coach longer?
Yeah, I think he'll
Yeah.
coach longer.
Or you think they're gonna have to just force him out, or he's gonna just not leave until he can no
Oh,
longer?
they can't force him out. He
He's
got
a lifetime contract.
yeah.
right?
Okay. So there's your
what's
point.
it called?
Okay.
Ross got it
I didn't
on Friends for
Okay. I don't know.
For
On France.
for what?
I'm sure Ken knows.
Paleon-
Ken,
Yeah.
Ken
Paleontology.
knows-
Yeah. No, Danny, you
Where
probably
they can
know
never
this.
fire him.
We're gonna say it wrong, and Danny's gonna correct us. I already know.
Tenure. Yes.
Listen, see, I told you.
Yes.
I told you that fuck Ken would know.
Damn, Ken, it's Friday. Do something, bro. Go hang out with your family. Do
Hey,
something.
he could have been here. He could have been here, but we didn't ask.
You
him.
could have.
But,
coulda, woulda,
but you
shoulda.
know what happened? Ken is like we just quit asking.
He's probably in Iowa, right? You're in Iowa.
Oh, that's probably it.
or he's headed to Iowa. If he's not in Iowa, he's headed to Iowa.
Well, he can't make his bets in Iowa.
Yeah, he
All
can.
right, Ken. We'll just.
Is it legal up there?
You're on
Yeah.
notice, buddy. You're due up on the show, bud. You're due up.
It was legal to bet in Iowa before Kansas.
All right, so we're on
you're
KU
right.
now.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Well, I thought it was just a good. I mean, I don't have
Okay.
much to say about KU. You know, it's
Yeah.
late night.
So,
It's a real quick time.
So KU basketball is ranked number one, the
Number
preseason
one.
AP poll, and I'm like,
That don't
great.
mean shit yet.
So all that matters is once we start, we always play. What is our schedule? Because we always play against the hardest teams, like the first right out the bat, some kind of tournament in Oahu or
Yeah.
wherever in the Caribbean, whatever.
Look
And
at
then
the-
we went
was it-
2 out of 4, and then we come out like
Is it the classic, the champion
Yeah.
classic or whatever?
and we always go against Duke and all the
Yeah.
hard ones.
It's
And I
always
don't
the-
mind that.
It's always the same 4 teams. It's always KU,
Maui.
Kentucky,
Mm.
Duke, and Michigan State. Always playing that.
Are we
tournament.
playing in Maui now? Damn, man.
Maui.
Against who? Like the hardest teams, Ken? Like the ranked number 2s, 3s, and 4s. So then what happens is we always start out number 1, and then we end up being in the teens, and then we come right back. That's what I like. I'd rather just start out, I don't know, somewhere top 10, and then we can make our way up. Now, where's there to go?
There's another national championship, I guess.
We'll see. We'll see.
So, you guys excited with the new lineup that we have?
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, obviously college basketball is so different now. It's like it's always
I couldn't even tell you who the
Okay.
lineup is. I know.
You know
a couple
why?
pl- I know two
I
players
agree
right
with you.
now.
You know why? Because there's a lot of great players that are on paper, but I want to see them in action against who is it? The Ichabods or the Ichaboods? Or who are we playing first? Ken? We're playing somebody for, and we always start out with.
Washburn.
We have 2
or Penn
preseason games. Am I
State, or-
correct?
Yeah, like exhibitions.
Yeah. Jason
no.
Harmon or something like that.
So college basketball is so difficult now, or different. I don't know how you want to say it, but that your lineup is pretty much completely different every year. Like people can just jump ship and transfer in here, transfer in there.
Mm.
So it's just always NIL.
Well, we still got Dickinson, so that's good.
We do, and we have KJ. We have
Howard is the
Harris.
first real game. So yeah, there's a couple of exhibition games,
exhibition.
and then we'll go into Howard, and then we'll move on. Wait,
But we got that kid from Wisconsin who's really good. We got that kid from South Dakota, supposed to be pretty good. I think we got a kid from Alabama that's supposed to be really good. So I mean, our roster is deep.
say what?
Uh,
Okay, so
T.I.
T.I.'s giving us 5 minutes.
Well, no, it's cool.
He's,
We'll see how it
uh,
goes.
So
he received
So
a phone
he's
call
got
that he
to,
needs to return home.
yeah, immediately.
So no. So I was on the way here, and
Those
Zane,
broccoli's not going to
Zane
bake
called
themselves.
me, and he wanted me to come home, and I told him, I was like, I'll tell you what, I said I'll probably be home
Is this
about
Zane? Is this
8:30,
Zane?
8:45. We'll watch a movie,
Zing, zing,
but we'll just try to wrap it up in the next 10 minutes. We'll be
Zing,
good.
zing.
Is this
Zane?
Zane
Is
or
Zane?
Carlos?
Zane?
I like him
It's
better as
Carlos.
Carlos. I like him better as Carlos.
It's Carlos.
Zane Carlos Netcher.
I wish his middle name was Carlos.
Yes.
Metcher?
Uh,
Metcher?
Huh? His mama's last name.
Metcher?
Netcher.
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 Jera
Nice.
Netcher.
Okay, so
Jerry-
yeah, let's move on.
Jerry Netcher?
Yeah.
Jera
Idiots.
Netcher. Kind of rolls off your tongue. Jera Netcher.
Does it? I don't
No,
know.
it
You
doesn't.
guys
It's kind
are
of difficult.
dumb.
It's like a
I
tongue
don't think
twister.
so.
Jera Netcher, Jera Netcher, Jera Netcher, Jera Netcher.
Does Jera watch the show?
No, she's not watching it right now.
I mean, but does she watch it eventually?
You
sometime?
know, not as often as she used to.
Oh man, she's
Yeah.
becoming bored with us.
Probably a little bit. I don't know. We haven't, we haven't really talked
Zing,
about it. Every
zing,
now and then we'll watch it. Because
No, she won't.
I watch YouTube all the time.
She
No,
won't
listen.
watch it.
So I watch YouTube all the time downstairs, right? And sometimes we come up as a suggestion, like our video will pop up, right? Because I've watched it before, obviously. And so sometimes
Right.
I'll just kind of hover over it and we'll come up talking for a few minutes. And, whenever I play it, she'll actually sit there and watch and she's kind of interested in it. But is she seeking it out? Is she watching it live? No. No.
Yeah. So you could have saved your
Look,
10 minutes.
Look. I don't see Monica on watching us.
She's traveling
Oh, there you go.
to the west side.
Traveling into the west side to her mama's house.
But so
All right.
the
So speaking of KU,
KU,
so
yes.
we're good with the basketball. We late night of Florida, that's tonight. So football, still looking for answers.
Man, we're gonna
Still
play
looking for answers.
Houston. Houston's not very good either. But I don't know, man.
I don't know.
We'll find a new way to blow it. It'll be another
Still looking for
Probably.
answers.
a new way to lose. That's, man.
It's just not the same team, man. It's completely different.
Well,
makeup.
Daniel Daniels, he's just fucking it up.
I say
Jalen?
if
Jaden.
Mr. Bean was here, we'd be
Definitely cool. But no, he's with
6-0.
the Indianapolis Colts and he's injured.
Yeah, because some people have that what they call that clutch gene, right? And I feel like I just don't see it out of the quarterback we currently have. This
What's
year.
fucked up is that he's with the Indianapolis Colts and he was the backup quarterback. And Richardson got hurt. Is it Richardson? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He got hurt, and then Bean was injured, so they had some fucking sorry ass story. This would have been the time.
Flacco. We talking about sorry. Flacco came in there and won the
Oh, it
games.
was Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco.
I do love me some Flacco.
That dude he just comes in and win games.
He
was
just
sitting on
gives.
his couch-
He
he was
just gives
on his couch.
us older guys hope.
He was sitting on the couch like, okay, yeah, I'll play next week. Cool.
And we're like, hey, you guys ready for softball season? We're like,
It was like
"Great."
so. Yeah,
And
it's
we
like,
just show up and play.
it's like, so, hey man, can you play softball with us next week?
yeah,
Can you
he'll
play?
come in and kick ass
Can
for
you
us.
come back? Can you
Come
come
in,
play
hit some-
NFL
yeah.
quarterback next
Hit
week?
some home runs and shit.
Sure. Yeah. I can do that.
All right. Any other transitions?
Nope.
This ain't-
NBA is getting ready to start. Blah blah blah. I don't know.
I'll do the first real quick on that note then.
Damn, Ti.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Did
I
I
spoiled
have
it.
anything else?
Waltz. Oh, excuse me. I thought you was getting ready to go to. You was looking for it.
Oh, I do have just real quick left.
Ah,
Okay,
that's
all right.
Pretty much figured.
I guess since Ti has to fucking go and get the broccoli in the oven ready, we go ahead and
No.
all right. I wasn't ready for this, but
I gotta
sure.
get popcorn
Let
on the way
me
home.
Jiminy Christmas. Are we ready? Are you ready for real quicks?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is everybody's favorite segment of the entire show, other than
Actually, no,
us-
I'm not. No, I'm not.
us talking about
It
like
could be a real quick,
children.
Joe.
We need to bring back talking like children again, man. That was
Oh,
funny.
man.
That was hilarious. And
No,
bring
go
back
ahead.
Drunk Joe. That
I
was
will- oh, man.
fucking
You
great.
could do real quick. some,
I'll do
children
real
voice.
quick. Yeah, I'll do real quick on my other things I want to say. Go ahead. Let's go.
All right, everybody's favorite segment, the real quicks. Joseph, you go first.
Real quick. Next Saturday at the Eagles Nest, 15U KC Monarchs are having their taco dinner. $8 for 3 tacos and some rice, man. Come down and support your local athletes.
So, are these tacos going to be homemade?
Now, this guy's asking because he
these
just wants the
tacos-
shell and the meat.
You're ruining it. Stop.
These tacos will be made by a professional taco maker named Anissa Ramirez.
You heard it here
Ooh.
first. Those are real, authentic Mexican tacos.
She's
And that
Caribbean,
makes a
too.
difference. It makes a difference,
Mhm.
right?
I mean, she's half African, but
She's
There you
half
go. There you go.
African,
Yeah.
and she, yeah, she
Asian.
loves food. We seen the pictures.
oh yes, oh
Yep.
yes.
Tony,
Real quick, I seen an article today that says Victor Wembanyama's offseason transformation is scary for the rest of the NBA.
Oh.
Not sure why, but we'll see.
What
Have
does
you
that
seen a
mean?
Picture? Did he like bulk up or
did
something?
he get fat?
Yeah, he has been working out, gotten a little bit stronger, got a few new moves, looking pretty impressive in training or in practice. So we'll see if the headlines are real.
Real quick, Unrivaled. That is the new 3-on-3 women's basketball league led by
Lord.
Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, and also they're going after Caitlin Clark.
Sure, right. I got a real quick about women's basketball. Real quick, WNBA finals and Sabrina, whatever her last name
Ionescu.
is. Yeah,
Ionescu.
Oh
Hit the
man, she's
game.
fucking awesome.
game winner 3-pointer.
We've
in
always
game
talked
I like her.
highly. We've always talked highly of Sabrina here on the
Sabrina's a baller,
podcast.
I love Sabrina.
three. That's a baller.
Never said anything disparaging about her ever.
And, she
And her
looks
shoes
Great
pretty
player.
nice too.
easy on
Shoes
the
are very
eyes.
nice. Yes, I would
She
buy
is
those shoes.
easy on the
Actually, I would buy those
eyes.
shoes.
In women's size.
They got guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they sell guys?
Yeah, there's fellers. There's NBA fellers wearing them,
All right,
Okay,
who's
well.
next?
showing their support.
I got it. Real quick.
You just did it real quick. Real Real quick, Lonzo Ball returns after 3 years of injury and hiatus. Anybody
saw
care?
him. I
Yeah.
saw that he did not too bad though. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay game.
Yeah. First game.
Real quick, check me out on the big modcast dropping next Tuesday. We shot the show last Wednesday. Pretty good.
Big Modcast. Our big supporters, supporters of them, supporters of us, our boys out there, Big Modcast. Props. T.I.? Man, you can't be looking up for shit.
Yeah, you can take it.
Real quick, the KC
I'm
Current. First ever home playoff here at home. And then Chawanga, my favorite player, breaks the NWSL single season goal record. That chick is awesome.
They're still playing?
Yes, they're still playing. They're in the playoffs, bro.
Cool.
And then they reached 50 goals scored for the entire season. Congratulations, Current. I will still be watching you. And good luck in the playoffs and championship.
Real quick, Patrick Mahomes reveals that Taylor Swift come over and bakes with his daughter Sterling often.
I heard that.
Oh,
That's
that's
nice.
sweet.
Real quick. It's also a secret of what she bought to Patrick Mahomes for his birthday. Did you know he's an October boy just like me? Happy birthday to me and to Patrick Mahomes. We are going to celebrate it together this weekend because this is our weekend birthday.
I thought your birthday is the 20th.
Yeah, we celebrated together. Jerk off.
Oh, my bad. My bad. He wants to celebrate his birthday early. Cool.
Real quick, I'm sure Patrick Mahomes is looking forward to that. Take pictures.
Good. All right. At least we're on the same page. Is that it?
Got one.
Oh, fuck's sake. Man, hurry up.
Real quick, there's going to be an open house at Allen Fieldhouse to show off the new arena. There's some updates.
Oh, look at that. You
Yeah.
can take the family out and take
Yeah,
pictures.
it's,
That'd
It
be
took
nice.
1,000 seats away.
10:24, 6 p.m. to 8:30.
Did you see where the row of seats are, like right by courtside? You are going to
have
get
not seen
injured because how many times? That's how close it is.
Okay, so sit there at your own risk.
It's your own risk because they're going to be players sliding their asses off, and you're going to get some face into your crotch area, or these players are going to be hitting a lot of these chairs.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I also want to thank God.
Well, there you have it. Another fine episode of these fine gentlemen, these southern folks, these southern gentlemen here and from Kansas. Another episode of
Are we not- we're not
that's
I don't
Struck
think we're southern. We're
Boys.
southern, bro.
I got so confused with that.
My mind's gonna be
Yeah.
hot today, and I'm gonna be hot tomorrow. We'd like to thank fucking out there, Daniel out there, and all you fine viewers.
Don't forget about Scott Scoop.
Scotty Scoop.
should not show up.
Scotty Scoop.
He
Root
showed
beer.
up in the beginning.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did?
No,
Oh,
he didn't.
I thought he was on. Oh.
No, I asked for him.
Oh, gotcha.
This has been Astra Boys. We see you suckers later. Suckers!
I mean, we did it in like an hour, but it's still pretty fast.